Hey, how's it going? ODell Outdoors. I've been tagged in a challenge video going around YouTube right now. It's called Show Us Your Steaks for Men's Mental Health. And the challenge is you talk about men's mental health and some of the issues that men face. We're not talking about women right now. You know, women can start their own challenge if they'd like, but this is a challenge. I was challenged by Dan from Camp Life Bushcraft. He's got a YouTube channel and a Facebook group. Check him out. He's from England, the UK area. Does a lot of wild camping. Tell him and his dog Tink I said hi from ODell and Honey. But the challenge, like I said, is to talk about men's mental health. It's an awkward subject. It's not even comfortable for me out here standing by myself and the dog. You know, we all know someone, or we know of someone who knew someone that committed suicide. Especially between, I think it's like October and January is the worst time of the year for mental health issues, because it's a stressful time of year. I mean, you're trying to get ready for Christmas parties, New Year's parties, Thanksgiving, and you know, maybe you just don't feel comfortable being around people, or maybe you want to talk but you don't know how. That's why we're doing this. We're bringing it up so that, you know, bring it out in the open and let guys know that, hey, it's okay to talk about this kind of stuff. Now, there's plenty of resources out there, and I'm going to leave them in the links below. You have suicide hotlines. You have just phone numbers that you can call and just talk to people. Doesn't have to be, you know, that you're thinking about suicide. Just, hey, I'm feeling a little bit down. Is there somebody that can talk to me? And if you don't feel like picking up the phone to talk to them, they actually have lines that you can text. So you can text this number, and I'll put that in the link, and you can just sit there and text somebody and talk to them. And it's a good way of just, you know, getting things off your chest rather than, you know, holding stuff in and bottling all up. But the challenge is called Show Us Your Steak for Men's Mental Health. Like I said, it's not a very comfortable subject to talk about, but it's something that needs to be talked about. Another good video that I would suggest watching is Mark Young. He did the Show Us Your Steak for Men's Mental Health video, and I think he covered it very well, definitely better than I'm going to cover it. But like he said, you know, not only is it hard for a guy to talk about, but it's hard for a guy to ask somebody else, hey, how you feeling? You know, what's going on? You want to talk about it? It's awkward for guys to do that. And I would check out his video because I think he covered the subject matter very well. He's got a lot of experience. Speaking of experience, I'm not a professional mental health of any kind. You know, I just play around with some fire out in the woods. And Dan from Camp Life Bushcraft tagged me. So I'm going to turn around and I'm going to tag Fred Sumner from Broken Branch Outdoors. I already talked to Fred, said, hey, do you mind if I tag you? Because it's kind of an awkward subject. He said, absolutely. So, Fred, you got a couple weeks. Get one of those deer steaks out that you got this year. Go out there and cook it up. And then, you know, let's just talk about this stuff. You know, don't bottle it up. You bottle it up. If we took a bottle of pop, you know, the old glass type bottle, put it right here next to this fire, eventually that thing would just shatter. It would blow up and just shatter all over everywhere. We'd get shrapnel in our legs and our face and whatever. And that's what happens when you know, you bottle up your feelings like that. Pretty soon it's got to go somewhere. So that's out of the way. Let's get on to something that guys do like talking about, and that is steak. So I've had this cooking over the fire. I've been rotating it a little bit. Somewhere I got some seasoning here. This is garlic and herb, roasted garlic and herb seasoning. And this stuff to me is kind of like your American Express card. I don't leave home without it. Sprinkle a little bit on there. Rub it in. Let that kind of cook on just for a little bit. Now let's cut into this and see what we got. Before we cut into that, I'll show you this. This was a fresh stick, and I split it down the middle, and then I put another end of this stick down in there. I kind of sharpened it up a little bit to split it open, and then I put a couple little wedges in here to keep them split open, just so you can get an idea of how I made that. Just made it out here, and then this here, I just carved that out with my knife and hatchet so it would hook there, and then it's just, you know, this is just a branch. Hook coffee pot over that. Well, let's cut this baby open and see what we got. Yep, it's cooked a little too long because doing a couple different takes on this video. Like I said, it's a tough subject to talk about, but it's an important one. But I would get kicked right out of the men's steak challenge for that steak because it's overcooked. But bon appetit. They're still good. Easy. Till next time, guys. Take it easy. See ya.